Computer Programming Lab 5 User Inputs and Interrupts. So the functionality of this circuit right here is that when we toggle this 5-volt relay, this LED is going to then turn on, and then if I press this button here, the 5-volt relay will switch and turn off the LED. So on one side we have 5 volts coming from the Arduino onto the coil of the relay, and on the other side we have the collector of the NPN transistor. The base of the NPN transistor is connected to digital pin 7 of our Arduino through this resistor. This is the blue wire that goes to pin 7, and then the emitter is connected to ground. This LED is connected to the common terminal of the 5-volt relay, and then it is then connected through a 330 ohm resistor so that the LED can turn on. The push button has a pull-up resistor connected to it so that it's on at all times, and then the other side is connected to ground, in which when I press the button there will be no current to flow through, and this is connected to pin 7, which is reading this information. I will now show you my code. Here is my code. So let me just scroll to the top, and here we are defining pin numbers. Our pin 7 is going to be controlling that relay, and pin 2 is going to be reading information from the button. We then have that statement to keep track of the relay state. Then we initialize the relay pin as an output. We set the button pin to with an internal resistor, internal pull-up resistor. We have that interrupt, which is going to be attached to our button pin. And stop output is the function that we have called out later in our code, and falling is going to be what we want to read. We're going to read from a high to a low output. Then we turn off the relay just to make sure everything is off, the relay is off, and initialize serial communication. We then check for a user input so that we can toggle the relay. We then display that received input. If input is 1, then we now are going to turn on the relay based on the state change, or we're going to turn off the relay based on the state change. So this is void stop output. This is the function that we have called out, and it's going to turn off the relay pin and display that on our serial monitor, relay off by button. Now let's look at the actual functionality. So this is our serial monitor right here. I'm going to press 1, and we're going to see this LED turn on. So if I press 1, and the LED lights up. If I press this button, the LED turns off, and the current was de-energized through that LED as a diode, because the LED is a diode, so we needed to de-energize. I'll perform this again. LED turns on, the LED turns off, and if you look here on our serial monitor, we are getting the same information. It receives an input as 1, it turns on, it displays that information that it's on, and if we press the button, then it turns off. So this is my circuit and its program. Thank you for watching. The end.